Hey everyone, this is John Tomino from In My Father's Kitchen. We're at us.. Cafe on a glorious Sunday afternoon. Welcome. All week long I've been thinking of this phrase I heard a while back. Today is the tomorrow that you worried about yesterday. You know, we as human beings are always worried about tomorrow, and we're always worrying about tomorrow today. Well, I got something to share with you. All week on Facebook we've been meditating on this passage of Scripture. It was in John 10, verse 4, and it says this. When he has brought all his own sheep out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they recognize his voice. There's so many nuggets of truth in there, but the one thing that sticks out to me the most is this, that he goes ahead of the sheep. And what do you think he's doing out there ahead of the sheep? I believe he's preparing the way for us, so that when we get into our tomorrow, we're all set. We just walk into our future. And I have a natural example that we do at the restaurant that I want to show you. Here you see all of our ingredients, whether they're main ingredients or small ingredients that we use on the line every day for service. Well, this weekend, we ran and depleted most of those things out. So tomorrow morning what's going to happen is 3 assistant chefs will come in the morning. They'll make sure every compartment is brought back to full. They'll make sure we have sauce made for tomorrow. There'll be a soup made for tomorrow. If the fryer has to be changed, they'll do that. So when the lunch chef shows up and the dinner chef shows up for service, all he has to do is start cooking because they prepared the way in advance for them. The chef shows up, starts cooking. Speaking of cooking, the chef's here. I've shown up. I'm going to show you something today. We're going to make chicken marsala, so come follow me. So what we have here is some chicken cutlets that have been breaded, salt and peppered. I got my spices, which are crushed red pepper, crushed black pepper, kosher salt. I got mushrooms. I got shallots. I got some parsley for garnish, a pimento for garnish, demi-glaze, marsala wine, extra virgin olive oil, and butter. And any Italian chef knows that you need butter to cook Italian recipes. So let's get some oil in our pan. And that pan's been heated up while I've been talking here. We're going to layer chicken in there. You're probably going to hear it sizzling. There you go. And what we're going to do is you're going to make sure that that's brown on both sides of the chicken. So let me grab my tongs here. And for time's sake, I'm going to speed this up for the video, but what you would do is you would flip it over, make sure the chicken was brown on both sides, and you're going to start adding your ingredients. You're going to add your mushrooms, your red pepper, your black pepper. You're going to add your marsala wine to it. Add a little bit of demi-glaze. And we're going to add some butter. And for time's sake on our video, I have something that was already prepared in advance for me. And there's that key word, prepared in advance. Just like Jesus goes into our future and prepares the way for us, this has been prepared in advance earlier so that we could speed up the video time. So here what we have here is the marsala we just started with, which is kind of liquidy, and we have the marsala that's been prepared earlier, just about done when we stop the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish that process off right now. We're going to bring this back up to temperature, and then what we're going to do is we're going to plate that. Now, while that's heating up, I want to bring this to your attention. Just like a natural shepherd goes out before the sheep and make sure that they have green pastures to graze on, they make sure that the grass is green and great for those sheep. They make sure that there's water out there. They make sure that there's no wolves out there to attack them, and they also make sure that the terrain is good. If a natural shepherd would do that for the sheep, don't you think that Jesus would do that for us in our tomorrows? Don't worry about tomorrow today. Let Jesus take care of that and just trust Him and rely on Him and depend on Him. Recognize His voice and know that He's in our tomorrow and that we just have to walk into that future. This is just about done. I can hear it sizzling over here. We're going to plate it up. We're going to put our chicken on the plate. We're going to pour the sauce over the top here. We're going to shut the heat off. I'm going to garnish with a little bit of parsley. We're going to add our pimento to the top, and there you have it, chicken marsala. Man, that smells good. So this is John Tomino from In My Father's Kitchen. I want you to remember that Jesus is out there ahead of you, making the way. Just recognize His voice. Trust, rely, depend on Him. Know that He's in your future, making a way straight for you. Remember, taste and see that the Lord is good.